This conference will now be recorded.
Now, let me take one class. Class pen, sorry, class marker extends pen, and in the marker, the one method called as color. Now, I will create the object of marker. Marker object gets created. Marker is extending pen, so pen members will be loaded. And color also get loaded. To hold the marker object, I can take marker type variable. Now, I can tell m dot cost is equals to 10, m dot right, m dot color. So now once again I will create the object of marker. Marker object gets created. All these members gets loaded. Okay, now what I do, to hold this object, I will take one reference variable of type pen. So then I will tell x dot cost is equals to 20, x dot right. But when I tell x dot color, it won't work for us. Why? Because color is a child specific member. Color is a child specific member. Using parent reference, we can't access the child specific member. So what type of variable we have taken? We have taken a parent type variable to hold what? Child object. Yesterday we understood, right? When we take a parent type variable to hold a child object, we can't access the child specific members. Clear? Any doubt on this? So these were the things what we have understood yesterday. Now, let us take one concept here. A father add a bike. Okay, a father add a bike. So now this bike, this bike will be inherited by the child. This bike will be inherited by his son. Now what this son will do, son will modify this bike. Okay, son will modify this bike. Okay, so what did the son did? Son took father's bike and he modified according to his requirement. But the bike belongs to whom? Father. Who modified it? Child. So parent bike or father's bike is modified by whom? Son. Right? So same way in Java, parent class method can be modified by the child. We call that concept as method overriding. Okay, parent class method modified by the child is called as what? Method overriding. We shall see that. Class father, void bike, system tell. Son extends father. In the son class, what we do, we don't write a new method. We'll make use of the same parent class method, that is bike. And what we do, we change the body. We change the body. Now what we shall do? We shall create the object of sun. Sun object gets created. So sun is extending what? Father. So control goes to father and load a father class method. Okay, now control comes back to sun class and it tries to load a bike method. But bike method is already present. Bike method is already present. It won't load the bike method. Instead of that, it will remove the existing body and it will write the new body. It will write the new body. Now, to hold this object, you can take a son type variable or you can take a father type variable. Now I will take father type variable. Okay, so now when I call f dot bike, first we should understand bike is a child class member or father parent class member. Bike is a parent class member. So using the parent type variable, we can access it. So f dot bike. But what is the body present inside the bike now? It is modified bike. Okay, why? Because child is overriding. Child is overriding here. Okay, so what will be the output now? Modified bike. If child won't override, it will be a normal parent body only. If child overrides, then we get the child implementation, not the parent implementation. Now let us see that.
Will there be any difference in the output if we take the variable type son instead
Sorry?
of father? Instead of the variable type father, if we took son
No,
as the
no,
variable
no,
type?
no, no difference in the output. No.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
see, this first what happened? Object creation happened. This part came afterwards.
Yeah.
Correct, right? So
Hmm.
there will be no difference. Good question.
Okay.
There will be no difference.
Okay.
Now what we shall do, we shall create the object of sun to store the sun object. So what will be the output? Modified bike. See now, if child does not override, if child does not override, now child is not overriding. Okay, so now if I run this, well, let us see what will be the output. See, simple bike. But by this we can understand that bike belongs to father, but it is modified by the child. This is called as method overriding. Method overriding. Parent class method modified in the child class is called as method overriding. Clear? Any doubt on this? Class. So let us take one more example. Class pen void write. Then I'll take marker extension pen. So now, do we call this as overriding? No. Why? Because parent class method write is not modified in the child class. This is a different method. Color is a different method. Now what we shall do? We shall override. main. Now I will take parent type reference variable to hold the child object m dot sorry p dot write p dot color. We can't access it because color is a child specific member. Yes or no? So using parent type variable, we cannot access child specific members. Using parent type variable, we cannot access child specific members. See, color is a child specific member. See, now we're getting overridden write method. If we don't override, we'll get the parent implementation. So parent class method modified in the child class is called as method overriding. Clear everyone? Any doubt on this? One. Now what I do class as extends when bus is moving. Now what I do bus b is equals to new bus b dot move. What will be the output? Bus is moving only. Okay. Now what I do? I will take van type variable to hold the bus object. I will tell move. So what will be the output? Bus is moving only. Understood? It won't change. The object matters for us. Which object are you creating? Child object or parent object? The child object. Clear? So whenever you call the move method by creating a child object, you always get the overridden implementation. Clear? Now someone will ask, hey Vikas, what if I create the van object, okay, and call the move method? When you create the van object, when you create the van object, instead of bus, you are creating a van object. Van object gets created. So control directly comes to van here. Okay. Is it van extending anything? No. It load the van members. Move. Van is moving. Now to hold this object, you have to take van type variable only. V dot move. So what will be the output? We'll get van is moving. You might think why this method is not loaded. Why? Because you are not creating the object of bus. You are creating the object of van, and van is not extending anything on. So hence the overriding will not come into picture. Overriding will come into picture only when you create the object of the child class, not the parent class. Clear everyone? Any doubt on this? Okay. Now, there is a rule while overriding. There is a rule while overriding. While overriding, method name should be same. Parameters should be same. Okay. Return type should be same. Whenever you are overriding, the method name should be same. Parameters should be same. Return type also should be same. Then only we call it as method overriding. Or else we won't call it as method overriding. Okay. Let us see that. What I will take. Okay. So is it compiling? So ride. This overriding. Now what I do, I change the return type int and return to. See, it is not compiling. Okay, multiple markers in the line. The return type is incompatible with bike.ride. Overrides bike.ride means it is telling boss you are overriding the method. When you are overriding, the return type should be same. There should be no change in the return type. So is the method getting overridden? Yes, it is getting overridden. So to method overriding, method name should be same, parameters should be same, return type should be same. So now what happens if I change the method name? Will the code compile? ride cycle. Yes, boss, it compiles. It compiles. So what was the output we were seeing? Overridden output. Now we shall see. See, method is not getting overridden. We are getting the parent implementation. So if you want to achieve method overriding, method name should be same. If you don't keep the method names as same, then ride cycle is considered as a different method. It is not considered as a overridden method. Clear? Next, here how many parameters are there? Zero parameters. Here what you do, you will have one parameter. Now you will try to run this program. It runs, but is the method getting overridden? No, it won't get overridden. Why? Because parameters should be same. Okay, so in the parent method also zero parameters, child method also zero parameters, then only it is going to get overridden, or else it won't get overridden. Understood, everyone? Parent class method modified in the child class is called as method overriding. Any doubt on this? Clear, guys?
I got a question regarding the parameter.
Yeah.
So for an example, the parent method has a parameter which is int a, and
Yes.
child has a parameter which is int b.
Yes.
So does it going to be work, or it has to be exact
Yes. It
same?
works. This is the name. Name doesn't matter. We are not talking about the parameter name. We are telling type of the parameters.
Okay.
Okay. Name can be different. Name can be anything of the parameter. That should be fine.
So that means if I, instead of int b, if I use double b, it's gonna be
Then
not
it
good.
won't work. Then it won't
Okay.
work. Then it will be not overriding.
Okay. The data type
Okay.
should be same, and
Same.
the amount of the parameter should be same.
Yes. So here one parameter, here two parameters, no, then also it won't work. Say for example, int a comma int b, this won't work. This is not overriding actually.
Okay.
Clear? See,
Yep. Thank you.
yeah. Any other doubt, guys? Okay. Now I will write one class demo and I will write one method void add int a comma int b. Then I will write one more add method add double a comma double b. I will write one more add method int a comma int b comma int c. So now we notice one thing, all the method names are same here. Add, add. What is change? What is the difference? There is a change in number of parameters. Here two parameters, here three parameters. Next, there is change in type of parameters. Here it is int, here it is double. So There is a change in type of parameters. Methods with same name with different number of parameters or different type of parameters is called as method overloading. Is called as what method? Overloading. Okay. Class demo void add empty comma int b. So I'll have one more method double double. I'll have one more method one more method. So see, all the method names are same. Add, 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 and add. But there is change in what? Number of parameters or sometimes the type of parameters. Okay, this is called as what? Method overloading. Methods having same name but different number of meters or different type of parameters is called as method overloading. Okay, it's called as what method? Overloading. Clear everyone? Any doubt on this? Main demo d is equals to new demo d dot add 5 comma 6. Okay, that's 6. So which method I'm calling? Int comma int. Clear? I'm passing int comma int. So this is working. Now I'll try to call add method with 3.4 5.5 double comma double method we are calling. Yes, we are passing double type, hence this method is called. I'll call a 10 comma 22 comma 55 comma 66. I'm calling a method by passing 4 int type values. Compiler will go and check, is there any add method who is ready to receive 4 int type values? Is there any add method here? No, then it won't compile. If that method is present, then only it compiles. If the method is not present, it won't compile. Clear everyone? Any doubt on this? Clear. Methods having same name but different number of parameters or different type of parameters is called as method overloading. Okay, if the parent class method modified in the child class, then we call it as method overriding. Okay, to do method overriding, there should be easy relationship. To do method overloading, there is no need to have a easy relationship. If there is a easy relationship, no problem. But if there is no easy relationship, still no problem. Clear? With respect to method overloading. Clear, everyone?
So is a method is comes when you have multiple class, but this overloading has only one class, right? So
Yes. Overloading is can be achieved with multiple classes also in the inheritance.
yeah,
But
okay,
overriding can be achieved only with the inheritance concept.
okay, thank you.
Certain class animal void eat. So what is this? Overriding. Sorry, overloading. Why? Because method name is same, but there is a change in number of parameter. Okay, then it is overloading. Now, class cow extends animal. So what it is overriding? No, it is overloading. So for the overriding, there is a rule. Method name should be same. Return type should be same. Parameter should be same. Here, none of the rules are, one of the rule is not getting satisfied. Method name might be same, but parameter is not same. So this is called as method overloading, not overriding. You might tell, boss, easy relationship is there. Why are you not calling it as overriding? Boss, to call it as a overriding, there is a rule. What is that rule? A method name should be same, number of parameters should be same, return type should be same. Then only it is called as method overriding. If that is not, then it is method overloading. To do method overloading, there is a rule again. Method name should be same, okay, but there should be change in type of parameters or number of parameters. Clear? Understood now? Okay. Now let us understand few more things. Now what I do, tell int a, then I'll tell a is equals to 5. What I did, declaration. What is this? Initialization. Okay, declaration and initialization. What I do, I will make it 10. So what are we doing here? Re-initialization. What we call it as re-initialization. Okay, again we are initializing. So first we initialize to 5 and then again we are re-initializing it to 10. In Java, we have one keyword called as final. Called as what? Final. If you want to declare a variable as constant, if you want to declare a variable as constant, then you declare that variable as final. Okay, if you don't want anyone to change the value of a variable, then declare that variable as what? Final. Okay, now int a is equals to 5. So now I will tell a is equals to 10. What are we doing? We are reinitializing. We are reinitializing. This works. Now I take one more variable. Int b is equals to 20. Okay. Now I will declare this variable as final. Now someone will go and tell b is equals to 42. Okay. Now this won't compile. Why? Because it is declared as final. Final means what? Constant. Any variable which is declared as final can never be changed or modified. Okay. We use a final keyword. We use a final keyword to declare the variable as constant. Okay. Class demo a final int b is equals to 10 variable is equals to 5. Okay. So now what I do, I print a is a, b is b. Are we getting it? Now what I do, I will tell a is equals to 20. Is it working? Yes, it works. So a is getting reinitialized. Same way I will try to do b is equals to 15. See, it is not going to work. Why? Because remove the final modifier of b. Final variable b is a final variable. You can't change or modify the content of the final variables. Okay. Final is a keyword which is used to declare constant. Any variable declared as final cannot be changed or modified. Cannot be changed or modified. Final is a keyword which is used to declare constant. Any variable declared as final cannot be changed or modified. See, one more thing. Final variable need to be initialized as soon as they are declared. Okay, you can't tell boss I will initialize here. No, it won't work. See, but for normal variables it's fine. You can initialize it later. Okay, but final variables need to be initialized as soon as they are declared. as soon as they are declared. Final variables need to be initialized as soon as they are declared. Clear? Final variables need to be initialized as soon as they are declared. We can't declare them once and initialize later. No, that is not allowed. It has to be initialized as soon as we declare it. That is the concept of final variable. Okay. Interviewer will ask you, can we declare the final variable as static? Yes, boss. You can declare the final variable as static. Interviewer will ask, can we declare a local variable as static? Yes, boss. You can declare a local variable also as static. Okay. You can declare static variable and local variables as final. Okay. Okay. You can declare static variables and local variables as final. Okay. No problem about it. Okay. But remember one thing. Once if you declare the variable as final, you can't modify it. That is a thing. You can't tell 100 now. It won't work. Why? Because the I am local, that variable is final. You can't modify it. You can't change it. Any variable declared as final can never be changed or modified. Clear? Local variables can be static. Non-static variables can be final. Non-static variables can be final. Local variables also can be declared as final. Clear, everyone? Any doubt on this? Okay. Class A and enter class B extends A. Right? Interviewer will ask, can I declare a class as final? Okay. We can declare class as final. We can declare class as final. Yes, boss. What happened? We're getting error here. We're not getting error in the class A. We are getting error in class B. Let us see what it is. It is telling type B cannot be subclass of a final class A. That means if we declare any class as final, that class can never be inherited. That class can never be inherited. Any class declared as final cannot be inherited to any other class. Okay, any class declared as final cannot be inherited to other class. Okay, so when we should declare a class as final? if you don't want anyone to inherit your class, if you don't want anyone to extend your class, then declare the class as final. Okay, interviewer will ask, can we create the object of final class? Can we access the final class members? Yes, boss. We can create the object of final class. We can access the members of final class, but we can't inherit the final class. Okay, we can create the object of final class. We can access the members of final class, but we cannot inherit the final class. See, these are the things which will be asked in the interview just to understand how good you are in the syntax. How good you are in the syntax. They'll simply ask, hey, can you declare a class as final? Yes. Can you create the final class object? Yes. Can you access the final class members? Yes. Can we inherit the final class? No. That is not possible. You can never inherit the final class, but we can access the members of the final class. We can create the object of the final class. Clear, everyone? Any doubt on this? Class cow, boy, eat, class calf, extends, cow, what, eat. Okay, I think cow is already created somewhere. Dog. Okay, eat method. Now what are we doing here? Overriding. Eat bread, drink milk. What are we doing here? Overriding. Overriding means what? Parent class method modified in the child class. Okay, now interviewer will ask, can we declare the method as final? Let us check. Yes, it is working. That means what? A method can be declared as final. But the problem is coming here in the child class. Let us see what it is telling. Cannot override the final method. Cannot override the final method. By this, what we understood? A method can be declared as final. Next point. The final methods cannot be overridden. Final methods cannot be overridden. Final methods cannot be overridden. Okay. Can we access the final methods? Yes, you can access the final methods. Create the object of dog, or even you can create the object of puppy. P dot eat. You can access. The final methods get inherited. Final methods get inherited, but we cannot override them. Okay, final methods gets inherited, okay, but we cannot override them. Clear? Interviewer will ask one more question. What is that? Int A. Yes. Can we overload the final methods? Yes. Final methods can be overloaded, loaded, but they can never be overridden. Final methods can be overloaded, but they can never be overridden. Clear? Clear? Final methods can be overloaded, but they can never be overridden. Interviewer will ask, can we declare the final method as static? Yes. A static method can be declared as final. Yes, we can do that. Final static void run. Okay, final method can be declared as what? Static. Understood everyone? Clear? A final variable cannot be changed or modified. A final class cannot be inherited. A final method cannot be overridden. Rest all the things are possible. Clear everyone? Do you have any doubt on this, guys? Okay. Today we understood method overriding, we understood method overloading, and we understood the use of final keyword. Clear? So all of you, please practice this. Okay, please practice this. So tomorrow we shall continue with our further topics. Clear? Okay, guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.